The day Rafael turned 70, there was no celebration. He woke up before sunrise, as he always did, put on the brown jacket worn thin at the elbows, and stepped out onto the porch with a steaming cup of coffee. The air smelled of damp earth and fallen leaves. It was autumn, his favorite season, because everything seemed to accept the passage of time without fighting it. He had been a soldier in the United States Army in his youth. Everyone knew that much, though almost no one knew exactly what he had done or where. Rafael never talked about it. He kept those memories the way fragile things are kept, wrapped up, away from noise, meant only for himself. His workshop was 2 streets from his house, a narrow place, with a door that creaked when it opened, and a hand-painted sign that read repairs. He spent most of his days there. People brought him watches that no longer worked, radios without a voice, crooked bicycles. Rafael never made promises. He simply nodded, took the object in his hands, and got to work. Most of the time he managed to bring them back to life. As he worked, silence kept him company. Sometimes that silence was gentle. Other times it carried memories he had not invited. Sleepless nights, names no one spoke anymore, young faces frozen in time. When that happened, Rafael took a deep breath, wiped his hands on the old rag, and kept going. One rainy afternoon, a boy ran into the workshop with a broken bicycle and eyes full of frustration. Rafael didn't ask what had happened. He knelt down, checked the chain, tightened a bolt, and worked calmly. The boy watched in silence, as if witnessing something important. When the bicycle worked again, the boy smiled with a gratitude that needed no words. Rafael felt something warm in his chest, something like peace. The nights were different. At home, sounds became sharper: the wind against the windows, the creaking wood, the ticking of the clock. Sometimes he dreamed of distant places and woke with his heart racing. Other times he dreamed of nothing at all, and that was a gift. One especially harsh winter, a storm damaged several houses in town. Fallen roofs, broken doors, heating systems that no longer worked. Rafael went out early with his tools. He gave no speeches and sought no recognition. He simply went from house to house, fixing what he could. When people saw him, others joined in. What began as a solitary gesture became shared work. That night, exhausted, Rafael sat on his porch. He looked up at the clear sky, breathed in the cold air, and thought about the road he had traveled. Not everything had been fair, not everything had been easy, but he was still there. For the first time in a long while, he did not think about the past, or the war, or what he had lost. He thought about the next day, the workshop, busy hands, and the simple life he had learned to build. And he smiled, slowly, like someone who finally understands that he has come home.